Hello everyone, I am Dr. Ruchi Agarwal. I welcome you to web-based programming class. Today I am going to discuss the basics of PHP. So we'll be discussing about variables, constants and data types. So first let's discuss about variables. What is variable? Why we need variable? So the main way to store information in the middle of a PHP program is by using a variable. There are some important things to know about variables in PHP. All variables in PHP are denoted with the leading $sign $. The value of a variable is the value of its most recent assignment. Variables are assigned with the equal operator, with the variables on the left-hand side and the expression to be evaluated on the right-hand side. Variables can but do not need to be declared before assignment. Variables in PHP do not have intrinsic type. A variable does not know in advance whether it will be used to store a number or a string of characters. PHP does a good job of automatically converting type from one to another when necessary. So variables are nothing but the identifiers which point to a memory location in which data is stored. Variables in PHP are quite different from compiled languages such as C and Java. This is because PHP variables are weakly typed. This means that when a PHP variable is being defined, their data type is not declared prior their use. A PHP variable takes its data type from the user-defined value that is being stored in it. As a result, PHP variable can change its type based on the user value data type as often as needed. So a PHP variable must be declared starting with $sign followed by letter. Rest of the variable name can consist of mix of both alphabets and numbers. So variable name must start with letter of the alphabet or an underscore. It contains some alphanumeric characters like small letters A to Z or capital A to Z, 0 to 9 and underscore. And it should not contain spaces. So there are few rules while declaring variable. So now coming to the syntax for creating variable and assigning value to a variable. So dollar variable name equal to value. This is the syntax. For example, $x is equal to 10. This is how we are declaring and assigning a value to a variable. So $x is equal to 10 means x will hold the integer value. Like we have PHP dollar and PHP double dollar. So PHP double dollar var use the value of the variable whose name is the value of dollar var. It means double dollar var is also known as reference variable, whereas dollar var is normal variable. So it allows you to have a variables variable. The program can create the variable name the same way it can create any other string. Let's see one example. So we have declared one variable $x is equal to 100, $x is equal to 200, echo $x, echo $x, echo $100. So what will be the output? 100, 200, 200. So what we are doing, we are first assigning the value of a variable $x as the name of another variable. When you set $x to a variable, it will replace that variable name with the value of the variable you provide. Variable $x hold the value 100, $x reference variable hold the value equal to 200. Now we want to print the value. Echo $x will give the output 100. Echo $x give the output 200. Echo $100 gives the value 200 because it also acts as a reference variable for value 200. Now coming to constants in PHP. So constants are PHP container that remains constant and never change. Constants are used for data that is unchanged at multiple places within our program. Variables are temporary storage while constants are permanent. Use of constants for value that remain fixed and referenced multiple times. So rules for defining constants. Constants are defined using PHP define function, which accepts two arguments, name of the constant and its value. Constant name must follow same rule as variable name with one exception. The dollar prefix is not required for constant name. So PHP constants are variables that have single value throughout their lifetime in the program. The naming rules for PHP variable applies to constants also, except that they do not have the leading dollar sign. By convention, constants are declared in uppercase. Constants have global scope, so they are accessible anywhere in the PHP script, even inside functions. Although we can define case-insensitive constants, it is recommended to use case-sensitive constants, for it will be consistent and clear when used in the code. So a constant can be declared using this syntax: define constant name, comma value, and this is optional, case insensitive. So constant name is a string, value is a valid PHP expression excluding arrays and object. Case insensitive is a Boolean value, true or false, and is optional. The default value is false. So let's see one example. We have to create a constant and assign your name. So you define constant by the name and then you assign some name, suppose Rex. So when you print echo hello name, so hello and name is Rex. So the output will be hello Rex. So in this example, we define a constant using define function. First argument for name of a constant and second for its value. And now we are printing the value to pass the name of the constant inside print statement. Let's see one more example. Sum of two numbers and assign the result in a variable. So we are defining one constant by ONE1 and we are assigning 100 value to it. We are defining one more constant TWO2 and we are assigning 100 value to it. And then we are summing them 1 plus 2. So value of 1 is 100 and 2 is also 100. So by summing, the value, the sum 200 will be stored in res, and then you print sum of two constant equal to res. So what is the value of this variable res? This is the sum, or you can say the result. So 200 will be the output. Sum of two constant equal to 200. We have in PHP some magic constant. There are number of predefined constants available to your script, like underscore line underscore the current line number of the file. Then we have file, which give the full path and file name of the file. Then function for the function name, class for the class name, method for the class method name, then PHP version, and then PHP integer value limit. So these are few magic constants. Let's see them one by one. So here the current line number of the file, echo line number, then underscore line, and then again underscore. So the output will be the line number 2. Then next file, the full path and the file name of the file. So echo your file name and then file. So full path and the file name of the current file will be displayed. then function, class, and method. So let's see one example. We have the class demo. In this class demo, we have one function test, and we are printing echo function of a demo class and then function. So it will print the function name. We have one more function, test me, echo method of a demo class, and then method, then again echo command, and then we are printing the class. Then you are creating an object, new demo, and then you are calling this test function, object test, and then object test me. So when you call this test, this function will be printed, function of a demo class, and the name of the function is test. So this test will be printed. And then when you are calling this test me, so this method, method of demo class. So demo is the class name, and this is the method test me, and the class name is demo. So this will be your output. Likewise, we can print the version also, echo current PHP version you are using. So we have to use PHP underscore version, and then you can print the PHP integer value limit also. In this example, echo integer maximum value, PHP underscore int underscore max. So we see the output, integer maximum value will be printed. Now coming to data types. Data types specify the size and type of value that can be stored. So variable does not need to be declared. It's data type, adding a value to it. PHP is a loosely typed language. So here no need to define data type. To check only the data type, use getType function. To check value, data type and size, use var underscore dump function. For example, variable contains integer, float, string value, etc. Let's see one example. We have this variable number. You are assigning 100 to it. One more variable f number, you are assigning 100.0. Then we have one string str hello. Now you are using var underscore dump $num, comma $fnum, $str. So what will be the output? Variable num is a integer. So it will print int 100. 100 is a value. Then second fnum, this is a decimal value. So it is a float 100. And then hello is the string of 5 characters. So it will print a string 5 and the whatever the value of that particular string. So in this example, we are declaring 3 variables, num, fnum and str. So num will hold the integer value, fnum will hold float value, and str will hold string value. So there are 3 types of data types in PHP. One is a scalar, predefined. Second is compound, user defined. And third is special type. We will discuss all 3 types. So first is scalar. It holds only single value, like integer, float, double, string, boolean. Integer variable hold whole numbers, either positive or negative. There is a maximum limit to the size of integers. So it can be automatically converted to float, as this data type can hold a much larger range of values. And float variables hold fractional numbers as well as high integer numbers. And coming to string, strings are sequence of characters that are always internally null terminated. A string variable hold characters. There is no limit to the size. And Boolean variable hold true or false. So strings, they are sequence of characters. PHP support string operations. Following are the valid examples of strings. You can put double quotes, single quotes. Singly quoted are treated almost literally, whereas doubly quoted strings replace variable with their values as well as especially interpreting certain character sequence. Compound, where you can store multiple values in a single variable. Array, object. Array we have separate topic. We will be discussing in detail later. So brief idea about array. So array are a special variable type which hold multiple values. They are a great way of storing variables that are related, such as colors, days of a week, members of a team, or items in a shopping basket. Let's see example. You declare array by $ARR. Suppose this is array name, and then you put array, and in bracket you put the values of the array 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And when you put var dump $ARR, so it will print the all the values array 5, like size of the array is 5, it is holding 5 values. Then at the first index position the value is of integer type and the value is 10. Then at second index position, because index position starts from 0, so if suppose we have 5 elements, so index will be 5 minus 1 because it is starting from 0. So first position means second element. So second value is of integer type having 20 value, 30, 40 and 50 and so on. And object variables are complex variables that have their own functions, that is methods for accessing and manipulating their content. Then we have a special data type. A special data type null represents a variable with no value. Like here in this example, we put $blank is equal to null. And when we put var dump $blank, so it will print the null value it will be printing. So null value will be printed. There are some predefined functions to check the data type, like isInt, it check given number is integer or not, isFloat, check given value is float or not, isNumeric, check given value is either integer or float, isString, check given value is a string or not, isBool, it will check whether the given value is Boolean or not, isArray will check whether the given value is array or not, likewise object, whether the object given value is object or not, and isNull for checking whether the value is null or not. So let's see one example. You have to check if the given variable holds an integer type of a variable and then print the sum, otherwise show the error message. So here we have $x is equal to 1,000, $y is equal to 500. We check if isInt $x and isInt y. Like if $x is integer and $y is also integer, both the conditions are true, then it will sum both the values, $x plus $y. 1,000 plus 500, 1,500, and the sum is sum equal to $sum. So the output will be 1,500 will be printed. Suppose if in case any one is float, 500.0 if suppose we put, so in that case it will go to else condition and it will print both the numbers must be integer. For summing the numbers, we need both the numbers to be integer. So it will display the error message. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.